You know what grinds my gears? Annoying people. You know what also grinds my gears? Recording this whole thing and forgetting to unmute my mic. Because that's what I just did, ladies and gentlemen. I just recorded this whole rant. And now I'm going to have to do it again because I had my mic muted. I don't know how I have my mic muted. I've only just turned on my controller. Like, not even too long ago, but I guess I accidentally clicked the mute button. Okay, you know, PlayStation. Yeah, obviously I'm making this on the PlayStation. You can tell it's poorly edited on Share Factory. Okay, I accidentally pressed that mute button somehow. Don't know how, but anyways, enough of that. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be talking about my fake job. Okay, totally not real job. Totally fake people. None of this is real. If you find this video and you know about my fake job, okay, it's fake. It's fake. None of it's real. All right, so let's get started. Right, so what I wanted to talk about today is my fake manager at my fake job. From here on out, I'm going to stop saying fake so much. I'm still going to say it sometimes, but not so much because it will get annoying to listen to, okay? But, boom. My manager, okay? Probably one of the most annoying people to exist, okay? This guy just hates me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the first day he came in, I mistook him for someone who was given the place an inspection. Um, I'm not too sure, but I didn't really speak to him the best because of that, because he was kind of trying to tell me how to do my job without even, it wasn't even his first day there, right? And he was already trying to tell me how to do my job. And I was thinking, buddy, I've been here for this many months at this point. Please, this busy day. Let me get on. Let me get on with my work. This is why things aren't done. All right, but this guy, ever since he came here, just expects the most. I mean, I remember um, first week he came there, he had me up on a ladder cleaning tiles on the roof. It's not my job. It's not my job. I'm in the kitchen department, man. It is not my job to do that. But you know what? I was cool with it. I was like, you know what? I work 30 hours a week in my fake job. Um, it's not the worst. I just get it done. It's a minimum wage job. I'm gonna put minimum effort. I'm not gonna exhaust myself. Okay. Um, but then he started getting weird from that. When I started just you know doing other things, because I had other jobs that needed to be done at the end of the day. I didn't have enough time for this scrubbing, dubbing the walls BS that this guy was trying to make me do. Okay, so I just started doing other jobs and stuff. Right? He wasn't very happy with that, and ever since then he's been trying to get my 30 hours down to 16 hours, under the pretense that he needs to hire more people so more things can get done. Okay. The problem is with that, there's only two guys in my job at the moment, okay? There's a guy who works Wednesday to Sunday, and there's me who works Monday to Friday. He works the evening, I work the mornings, okay? I've said to him, I can work weekends as well sometimes, I can stay behind, do overtime if you just let me know that's needed on the day, okay? But this guy don't like that. He likes someone who will just do it without being asked to. And I'm sorry, you're meant to be my boss. I'm not meant to be my own boss. I kind of had to know what you want me to do, buddy. Okay? But because I'm not my own boss, I guess, he wants someone else. Okay? So he wants to cut my hours from 30 down to 16 so he can give someone a 15, 14 hour like contract or whatever. Someone who will listen, someone who is desperate for a job, okay? Because who else is going for that low of a hour, right? Apart from like students and stuff, right? But here's the problem, right? First of all, no one wants to work this job. It's horrible. It's in a horrible place. It's horrible work. It's horrible pay. And it's not good hours. And there's no benefits as well, by the way. Maybe the fact that you can pay extra uh, when the people from the big company come in and talk about life insurance and funeral stuff and blah blah blah. But anyone who's working my job will be a young person who's not really caring about that anyways, and not making enough money to want to pull it towards that anyways. With all of this, no one's gonna want to work the job. It's a miserable job. Okay, you're treated terrible, the pay is minimum, the hours are bad, the people suck, the location's terrible. But this guy seems to think that if he just cuts my hours in half, he can get someone else, and that I'll be fine with it. You want to know what he told me word for word? When I said, if you cut my hours in half, how am I meant to pay for things that I'm paying already? Okay, with the hours that I get. And he went, oh, well, looks like you'll have to hop on universal credit. Brother, what? That is so disrespectful, bro. I want to work for my money. I don't want to scam the government for my money. I know the government are horrible people, but, you know, I want my fake job to pay my fake money. I don't want the government to pay my money from my fake job instead, okay? My fake government, whatever, in Minecraft in game. But, that's just disrespectful, but, what can I do about it? He's a manager, and I'm just, a simpleton bloody minimum wage worker, and he makes like 50k a year. That's great. But see, this is the other stupid thing with the concept of knocking me down in half for my hours. Um, if you were just to give me an extra 2 hours every single day, first of all, that make me happy because then it's a 40-hour full-time job, and that'll be good enough for now. Okay, until I get like in my 20s, where I'm gonna want higher pay. Um, you could do that, and I get everything done in 6 hours every single day. So if there's 8 hours every single day, I could use those remaining 2 hours to help out with the extra things that he wants done. But he doesn't see it that way. He sees it as, yeah, this guy sucks, I need someone else. Keep in mind, everyone, now not to toot my own horn, right, but everyone praises me for how hard and how well I work, okay, at this place. And my fake job. And my fake job in my fake life. Um, so I'm clearly doing a good job, man. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Um, the other thing too is that he really expects me to want to like just be a yes man towards him, even though the place is horrible. Okay, it stinks. There's flies around the area I have to work. The the locker rooms, the toilets, bro. The toilets, the urinals are black from how long they haven't been cleaned for. There's pee on the floor. Okay, there's doo doo on the toilet seats, like someone's just rubbed it on there. But okay, I guess I'm the bad worker, even though someone else that you've hired is doing this to our changing rooms, buddy. Okay, sure. Sure, buddy. There was just one time where I told him, "Hey, you can't take these bins out right now because we have to pay a private company to take these ones out, okay? Because the normal bin men won't take these." What did he do? He wheeled them all out anyways. What happened next? He got a letter from the council. Yeah, you should have listened to me, buddy, but I guess I was in the wrong. I hate this. I hate this fake job sometimes too because this fake job makes me do some BS, man. There's this giant skip. If you're from the UK, you know what skip is. I don't know if anyone calls it a different thing in other countries. I'm assuming it is because it sounds quite British. But basically, where you dispose of random rubbish, you can put TVs there and stuff, right? Basically, to get rid of the things that a normal bin can't. I have to wheel so many things over to this as part of my job, right? And then I'm made to sweep up leaves and stuff outside with a giant shovel. I say sweep, but it's with a giant shovel. I'm dealing with bugs and stuff. I'm meant to be hygienic for the job, by the way. This job I'm meant to stay hygienic for, since it's to do with food and stuff. And I'm made to do that. That's fantastic. That's just great. Also, I'm expected to help everyone else out, but like, there's only one guy who helps me, and he's in for like literally only fucking. How many days am I in a week? 5. So yeah, he's only in for 3 days that I work, which is just fun, and sometimes not even that. So that's great. Everyone else, just doesn't help me, but my whole job is helping them, so that's great. That's fun. It's very fun. I really don't like this fake job at this fake place. It's sad because nothing else is out there right now. The job market is absolutely atrocious. I brought up another point in my first recording, but I can't remember what it is. It's not like I can't It's not like I can look back now because I recorded it muted. Okay, you know what? Might make that into a rant. I might just make that into a rant. No, but anyways, this was a short one. I'm done ranting now. Uh, I know I said previously I would post more videos more frequently. It wasn't a lie. I just messed up. Okay, that will happen. Okay, I got another one, hopefully longer one coming out this week. Maybe I'll even make it later on tonight. But for now, that's it. If you enjoyed this rant, like, subscribe, comment if you want more, or just comment. Do anything. Help build this channel up. You know, show it to your friends, show it to your mother, show it to your grandmother, show it to your pets, show it to your kids, show it to your dogs, show it to everyone. Okay, please.